A little over 6 years ago, my YouTube friend in Sweden, Magnus Andersson, issued a shooting challenge. The challenge basically was to take a .22 pistol with 10 rounds at 20 meters with a 20 centimeter target, which I think is about 8 inches, and get as many rounds as you could into that target as fast as possible. So I actually took that challenge, and I used my Browning buck mark at the time because I did not, buck mark, did I say that right? Because I did not have a .22 pistol, and also I didn't have any training at that time. My grip was horrible, and my results were not too stellar either. So what I thought I'd do, since I now have a Ruger 2245, I decided I would redo the challenge and reissue it to Magnus over in Sweden, using both, again, the Browning and the Ruger with and without the silencer. So we're going to take a look at that coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for trustworthy information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. So as I said, about 6 years or so ago, my friend Magnus Andersson issued a shooting challenge from Sweden. And the challenge was, if I get this right, let's see, it was a .22 pistol like this or this. I feel kind of like Yosemite Sam with 2 pistols. I'm sure that Google will double demonetize this video now. Anyway, the challenge was a .22 pistol with 10 rounds at 20 meters at a 20 centimeter target, as many rounds as you could hit in as short a time as possible. So that was the challenge. I actually screwed it up right from the beginning because I put it at 25 yards instead of 20 meters, and I wound up with 75 feet in an indoor range. So I probably handicapped myself a little bit, and I did it. I did not have a Ruger. He called it the Ruger challenge, I think, but I did have this Browning buck mark, so I did it with my Browning buck mark, and I didn't have a good grip. I had no training, and my results were less than stellar. And by the way, you get 3 chances, so you pick the best of 3 tries. So my first try was, I got 6 hits in 15 seconds. And my second try, I got 3 hits in 12 seconds. My third try actually was the best. I got 7 hits in 12 seconds. So altogether, that was it. That was my best effort, was 12 seconds and 7 hits. So I decided that I would go ahead and redo that with the Browning buck mark this time, see if I could beat my last record with the same pistol. And also decided to try it with my Ruger 2245, and I did it first with the suppressor, silencer, can, whatever you want to call it, off. And then I put it on and tried it there. And I only did 2 tries with each of these because I was running low on ammo, to be honest with you. So I just did I didn't do the best of 3. I did the best of 2, which it kind of hurt me too, probably. By the way, I didn't have an 8-inch target, so what I used was this. This is a 7-inch target, and I gave myself an inch to play with. But I aimed for the center because aim small, miss small, right? So, and I've got my targets here with me to show you. We can talk about those as we talk about the show you the range footage. But anyway, I want to issue a direct challenge back to my friend Magnus Andersson. Magnus, this is my challenge to you. Come and get you some. So as Jerry Michalik says. So anyway, without any further rambling, we're going to run the range footage. We'll come back and take a look at the targets and see how well I did and what kind of mark Magnus has to hit. And we'll come back and wrap this up. Okay, here's my attempt number 1 with a Browning buck mark. And I had not shot this pistol in a long time, I'll say, months and months and months. So let's see how the first attempt turned out. Okay, well, let me just show you that target here. I brought them home just so I could review them on the video, make sure I got everything counted right, because I think I made a couple of mistakes at the range on some of the other ones, but let's just take a look. This was my first attempt. I was aiming here, and I hit up here, and I only got 4 of them, so that was not a good start. So let's take a look at the second attempt with the Browning buck mark. Okay, that was the second attempt, and here is the target for that one. And I colored these in pink just because I went back and reviewed the video again. So I've got all these are the first from the same mag. The blue one is actually from the next time, so we're going to forget you saw that here. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I measured this. This is within the 1 inch, so that was within the 8-inch circle, and these other ones up here missed. Now let's look at the final and third attempt with the Browning buck mark. Okay, so as you can see, that one looked a little better. And just to show you the target here, that is this blue one here that I've colored in blue is actually from this magazine. But altogether I had 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a double there and a double there. And that one is within the 1 inch. So that's 9 hits. And the 9 hits was in, which one is that? 12.3 seconds, which is better than the, my original was 7 hits in 12 seconds. So I'm going to say I bettered my original score 6 years ago with the Browning. So I'm happy about that. Now let's take a look at the Ruger. First of all, I did the first attempts with the Ruger, just 2 tries this time with the suppressor off. And you'll notice I did the Browning with iron sights. And the Ruger, I had this red dot on here, but it covers up the sight, so I had to use the red dot, and I wasn't sure about that, but let's just see how it turned out. Okay, so as you saw, that was the not too bad. I've got I colored these in pink again. That was, well, let's see if can you see that? I got this where you can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's a double 9. 9 in 9.5 seconds. So I decided to do a second run with no can, and here it is. Okay, so as you can see, that one probably a little bit better group, but also a little better time. Here's the second run with no can. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that's 3 in there actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the reason I say I think that's 3 is because the paper was completely gone in between there. And usually when they're that close together, they don't cut the paper in between there. So we're counting that one as a hit. And that was at 8.5 seconds. So I did better with the Ruger or the red dot than I did with the Browning on iron sights. Finally, I decided to put the suppressor on and see if that made a difference. Let's take a look at that. Okay, as you could see, that was not the greatest effort. I was trying to go a little too fast and with the suppressor on there because it's just plain fun. So there's the target. At the range, I thought it was 5. I measured this one, and it makes 6 because it's within the 1 inch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 7th one's up here, right up, way up there. And don't ask me where the other 3 went. They're probably, I don't know. I couldn't find them. There's not up here. These 4 were just from a check. I checked the alignment of the can, make sure it was going to shoot straight. So I don't know where the other ones are. So that's 6 hits in 7.8 seconds with my first attempt with the suppressor on. So decided to do it one more time, and I was getting low on 22 caliber ammo, to be honest with you. So let's take a look at that, and then we'll kind of tally this thing up and see what you think is the best round. So here's the close-up of the second and final attempt with the suppressor on. and we've got 8 hits. 1, that's a double, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's within the 1 inch. And then the other 2 up here, 9, 10s, they're all counted for. Good size group, but not horrible anyway. 8 hits in 11.41 seconds. Okay, so let's kind of wrap this up and recap. Originally, 6 years ago, with the Browning, my best was 7 hits in 12 seconds. This time, after a little bit of training, my best was 9 hits in 12.3 seconds. So I'm going to call that an improvement. And then with the Ruger 2245 without the suppressor, so like this, my best was 9 hits in 8.5 seconds. And with the suppressor on it, my best was 8 hits in 11.4 seconds. Now, I did get 6 hits in 7.8 seconds, but personally, I think more hits in more time is better than less hits in less time, because misses don't count in the real world. So that leaves me with an absolute overall best with the Ruger of 9 hits in 8.5 seconds. So Magnus Anderson, that is your mark to beat at 25 yards, whatever that comes out to in meters. But at 25 yards, 10 shots and an 8-inch target, whatever that comes out to in centimeters, I got 9 hits in 8.5 seconds. So as Jerry Michalek says, again, get you some. So anyway, it's just a good, clean fun, because shooting's fun. So I hope this has been fun and entertaining somewhat for you. And you know what? Even if you're not Magnus, grab a 22, go out to the range. I challenge you, and record it and post your results. Or if not, if you can't record it and post them, just put them in the comment section below and be honest. Okay. So anyway, hopefully this has been kind of a fun video for you to watch. I know it was fun for me to make, and hopefully it's inspired you to grab a gun and get to the range and do some shooting, because shooting's fun. So I really appreciate you watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.